The evening was quiet, but Wu Suowei's mind was anything but. Even as he walked home, his thoughts twisted and turned like a restless storm. He was still beautiful on the road, or so Chi Cheng had said teasingly. Yet the more Wu thought about it, the more uncertain he felt. Doubts gnawed at him, whispering uncomfortable questions he didn't want to face. Standing by the window, Wu Suowei gazed out but saw nothing, only the blurred shadows of his own unease. My master must be screaming. A small voice in his head warned, he must hate me now. A dull, sharp pain prickled at the base of his spine, a reminder that was impossible to ignore. Suddenly, Chi Cheng's voice cut through the silence like a low growl. What are you doing? Wu Suowei jumped, turning sharply to meet Chi Cheng's gaze. The older man's eyes were dark, deep like a canopy of night, full of challenge. What do you think? Chi Cheng teased, his voice thick with mischief. Wu Suowei hesitated, unsure how to respond. Finally, he whispered, I wonder. A delusion or a daydream? Chi Cheng asked, stepping closer. Wu met his gaze steadily. Imagine. Imagine? Chi Cheng repeated, a playful lilt in his voice. Imagine. Imagine? Chi Cheng's laughter was low and teasing. Hey Xia. Yeah? Wu Suowei's cheeks flushed, caught between embarrassment and reluctant amusement. Sometimes, teasing Wu was Chi Cheng's greatest pleasure. And right now, he was savoring every moment. For the first quarter hour, Wu Suowei's mind raced with possibilities. And then, as if a switch flipped, it froze into that deadened blank silence. Chi Cheng was clearly enjoying himself. 1 xia, he sang, voice light and mocking. 2 xia, 3 xia, 4 xia. Finally, Chi Cheng caught Wu Suowei's ear and twisted it gently twice. Remember? He whispered flatly. Wu Suowei's eyes flickered to Chi Cheng's raised fingers. 3 of them. His heart dropped cold. He yanked his hand away from Chi Cheng's grip, spinning sharply and stepping back. The sharp heels of his shoes scraped against the floor with a sudden, tense rhythm. 3 days, Chi Cheng reminded him. How is your memory so good? Wu Suowei asked, incredulous. Chi Cheng smiled, dark and knowing. I don't remember the good sex. It's your little stubbornness that's stuck in my head. Hasn't gone away for 3 whole days. Wu Suowei could feel the heat rising in his cheeks. With a sudden movement, he grabbed Chi Cheng by the collar, pulling him close. Is this really about sex this time? Chi Cheng's smirk deepened. Dragging Wu along by the hand, he said, I've refurbished the bedroom while you were gone. Wu Suowei froze. A warning bell rang in his mind. What kind of renovation? Just changed the wallpaper, Chi Cheng said casually. Wu Suowei let out a small breath of relief. He thought perhaps this time there was no trap, no twisted scheme. But as the door swung open, all doubts returned in full force. The room looked different. No objects had moved out, but the space felt strange, unfamiliar. It was brighter, larger somehow, as if 4 rooms had merged into one. And then he saw it. The walls were completely covered with mirrors. Even the ceiling was lined with reflective glass. Wu Suowei whirled to run, but Chi Cheng blocked the door with an amused smirk. No amount of kicking or pushing could break through. Finally, Chi Cheng caught him like a sack, holding him close. They sat on the bed together, facing a giant mirror that reflected their every movement. Wu Suowei's eyes darted nervously around the room, but all he saw was Chi Cheng's confident, arrogant face staring back. Chi Cheng reached out, twisting Wu's head gently to force him to look into the mirror. Wasn't it pretty good when we talked on the phone that day? So why did you break down before I arrived? Chi Cheng teased, tugging at Wu's ear and biting gently. How dare you screw with me like that? In the mirror, Wu Suowei saw his own red face, shy, flustered, exposed. Give me one more like that day, Chi Cheng urged, voice smooth and coaxing. I didn't get enough. I want to see it again. Wu Suowei struggled, but Chi Cheng was firm. It's obvious, Chi Cheng said softly. I like seeing your arrogance. I've been thinking about it for 2 days. He handed Wu a pair of trousers. Put these on. Wu Suowei's face burned with embarrassment and resentment. I won't wear it. It's humiliating. Chi Cheng only smiled. He didn't need to force Wu to obey. He had a way to make Wu want to, even crave it. With a slow, deliberate motion, Chi Cheng squatted behind Wu Suowei, his large hands caressing over Wu's clothes. Wu's body trembled as he gave in, slipping deeper into the moment. Chi Cheng's fingers unbuttoned Wu's shirt slowly, deliberately. Usually, Wu Suowei wouldn't have undressed in front of a mirror, especially not the first time. There was a thrilling sense of taboo. Wu Suowei watched the rough fingers roam over his skin, sending shivers down his spine. Then suddenly, Chi Cheng's mouth found Wu's neck, teeth grazing the skin. Wu Suowei let out a small moan, eyes flicking to the mirror again. His own face stared back, flushed and shy, yet burning with secret excitement. Say it to the mirror, Chi Cheng whispered, voice low and teasing. What am I doing? He asked deliberately. Wu Suowei's voice trembled as he whispered, unable to look away. Then Chi Cheng pulled out a small, wicked-looking needle, one he used only for their more intense games. He gently stabbed Wu's nipple. A sharp jolt of pain mixed with tingling heat exploded through Wu's body. Wu Suowei struggled against the sensation, heart pounding. But Chi Cheng held him close, tying him carefully, not letting him escape. The thrill of pain, the flush of shame and desire, all washed over Wu Suowei in waves. Bound in the light of countless mirrors, every breath, every touch was amplified. Chi Cheng's voice was a whisper in his ear. You're mine. Every part of you. Wu Suowei swallowed hard, lost between fear and longing. They stayed there for a long moment. The world reduced to the two of them, mirrored and exposed. Finally, Chi Cheng released him from the bindings and pulled him close. Their breaths mingling. Wu Suowei's heart still raced, but he smiled shyly. Do you want to do it again? Chi Cheng asked, eyes gleaming. Wu Suowei nodded. Then look at me, Chi Cheng said softly. Wu Suowei's gaze met his, clear and unafraid. No more hiding, Chi Cheng promised. No more running. Only love, wild, fierce, and unapologetic, remained. Thank you so much for joining me on this intense and intimate journey with Wu Suowei and Chi Cheng. Their story is filled with passion, vulnerability, and the kind of complicated love that keeps us hooked. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into revenge love and other gripping BL novels. Let me know in the comments which scenes or characters you want me to cover next. I love hearing your thoughts and ideas.